What it do? That's not what I was gonna say. Today I have a bunch of these dollar store skeletons, these little guys. Okay, who painted my skeleton? And what we're gonna do with these dudes is we are going to turn them into mummified fairies. You're gonna turn me into a what? No, let's just scratch that. If you've already seen the thumbnail, you know what it is we're doing today. So the big question is, why fairies?
Fairies inspire a world of imagination and storytelling. Here's my story.
We found one.
If someone found a fairy in the woods, wouldn't your mind go wild with imagining how it got there? Did a pirate leave it in a cage when he went on shore and forget to feed it? Or did a Spanish explorer discover them and get too curious? Let your imagination decide. Back to my story.
Let me see it. Just a quick reminder for you folks at home, if you're going to be doing these projects, make sure you're working in a well-ventilated area. I have a large garage door opened up behind this, and I've got a fan that will be running as soon as I stop talking. And also, I have these little doctor gloves.
If you saw my bat video, I'll put a link at the end if you didn't see it. But if you saw it, that's basically the same thing we're doing today. So I got a pack of these dollar store skeletons, opened them up, and they're super flat and boring. They're roughly 6 inches tall, too tall for my purpose, but after I animate them, they should be just fine. I'll start by cleaning them up a bit, and now I want to fit them into a smaller space, so let's bend them. I'll weaken the plastic with a Dremel, and then I'll heat them up with a heat gun. You can see how this is working here. Heating the fingers also helps to bend them, the toes too. It'll make them a little more natural and a little shorter. The backbone was behind the rib cage, so I went ahead and popped that off and then slid the rib cage inside it and glued that down. Looks a lot better this way. You can see the difference here. It's a lot better. Let's go ahead and coat her in some Mod Podge. This will allow you to paint it, and the paint will stick to the plastics a lot better. I'm also going to do one in a jar here. So let's catch that one up. For this one, instead of using a heat gun, let's just cut it into pieces and we'll hot glue it all together. That'll save us a lot of heat bending. Just for fun, let's do a base coat of glow-in-the-dark paint. I don't know, maybe it'll turn out. Let's see. Once that dries, let's do a burnt umber wash. Basically, I'm going to coat it in burnt umber and then wipe it off really quick, and here's the difference that makes. Super cool. Now, just like with the bat, what we're going to do is we're going to take fingers off of food prep gloves, snip them off, and then slide them onto each piece of the fairy so that you're basically dressing it in clothes. And then we'll heat them up just slightly with our heat gun, and you can see here how it tightens it all down. For a fleshy shade, just create your own mix, whatever color of flesh you want. Here's what I'm doing. Also, we're going to do a rot color. I'll show you what we do with that later. Here's my flesh color. This is how it turned out, and this is how they look after that. Now for the wings, I just bought a bag of fake bugs from Hobby Lobby. They're detailed with raised rubbery veins, so we'll use those. Pick out my favorite ones, get them separated and cleaned up. And let's just dry brush them for enhancement. Now I'll add my green rot, and then we'll rot the wings as well. Make sure you wipe it off. I'm also going to use my skin texture on the wings for detail. A dash of gold spray paint for magical residue or whatever, and for gore I'll spray the same blood spray that I used on the bat. It looks really bright, but it does dull quickly and leaves a pretty good impression. Let's hot glue these wings back on. For hair, I'll do one blonde and one black hair. Let's barber them up a little bit, and then we can stick the heads back on. They just pop back on again. For the caged fairy, I bought a metal cage at Hobby Lobby, and I just want to dress it up a bit. I also want to remove the bird decor from the top of it. I tried to snap it off, but it wouldn't snap, so I figured out another way. I attached a copper ring to hang it by, and I'll just paint it to look older. Here's a quick coat of clear coat to seal them up, make them last a little longer. The blonde will be in a jar, so let's add some water to that jar. By the way, a drop of hot glue will keep her from floating too much. And let's add a few drops of yellow food coloring for a preservative coloration. And that's that. Let's see how they turned out.
And now they're finished and I absolutely love them. I think they turned out great. I'm so excited. If you guys end up doing this project, make sure you show us on like our Facebook page or something. Oh yeah, hey, find us on Facebook, link below. Remember you guys, the world is your canvas. Take something silly, make something amazing out of it. Find things that spark your imagination, things that really get you excited and make you want to paint little skeletons or whatever it is you do. Go out and do it. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Blue screen.